they booked me so they'd have a brown person in this room. The two diversity in here is me and this lady in a wheelchair. I love it. Oh man, I love Albany. I used to live here. I used to work for the New York State Senate Finance Committee as a budget analyst for economic development. This pays so much better. Much less mental abuse. I was so excited when I got that job. I was 24. I was like, finally, somewhere I can be best looking. It didn't work out. There's a lot of attractive people in government. You can ask Andrew Cuomo about that. But I love Albany. A lot of comics come through here, you know, they talk crap about Albany. I'm like, you don't know what's good. If you just go 45 minutes in any direction away from here, there's so much to do. You know, it's a great place, great community. I'm actually from India. I was born in India, and I grew up in Canada from ages 2 to 12. And then my family and I moved to the developing nation of New Jersey. They don't like that joke in New Jersey. Immigrating is tough. Are there any immigrants in here? Anyone from Schenectady? Moving from India to Canada was such a culture shock. Like, it's a different language, different people, different customs. So my parents, to feel more comfortable at home, we would speak our language, eat our food, and on our front door, we let our neighbors know, hey, this is a safe Indian space. So on our front door, we painted some swastikas. And then we took down the swastikas. But moving to the US, like Canada to the US, very similar countries. But I did have to learn a few things, like how to disrespect my parents. It's a cultural thing. But, hey, we could bring back the swastikas. God bless America. Oh man, I thought you guys would like the idea of bringing it back. What is this? Oh, shit, okay. But yeah, I moved a lot. I struggle with mental health issues. I'm sure many of you have too, right? Got some saddies in here. One woo in the back. I did. I moved 5 times before I graduated high school. So I struggled with childhood depression until I turned 18. Then it became depression. I had my first and only suicide attempt before I had my first kiss. But I Googled how to kiss. So that went well. Just winked at a lady. She's like, all right, look away. I like the US. I found a sense of community here. I feel like there's so much community, which is awesome. I found my people in the psychedelic community. Hippies, American hippies and Indian people, we see eye to eye on a lot of things, like body hair and Indian culture. They love Indian culture. It's so interesting, like growing up here and like learning about Indian stuff in America. It's, we've all been to a yoga class. Yoga, the thing that my ancestors invented, and your people teach. I was wondering, like, why don't Indian people teach it? We have Indian people in the US. We should teach it. And then I realized it's because we have better jobs. Oh, you guys are a good sport. All right, I have fun with you guys. I have more white people jokes. A lot of information about culture gets lost in translation and so much stuff. Like the concept of karma. Karma has become a common English word, right? What goes around comes around. I grew up being taught that karma is between lifetimes. So the actions of your past life impact your life now, which was a great way for my mom to treat me like shit. I don't know what you did in a past life, but it's pissing me off now. I don't like that idea because here's the thing, when white people hear that, they think, oh, so I am a good person. Oh man, you guys are gonna hate me. No, all right. No, karma means action, so it's like your deeds or whatever. All right. I'll change it. You guys are like, shit. This is great. Do we have any potheads in here?
Yeah.
Yes, all right. One very enthusiastic man. Love it. Okay, are you high right now?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Not really a pothead, just wants attention. You guys notice there's fewer and fewer potheads ever since weed got legalized? Does no one trust government drugs? What are you? I love weed. I love smoking it all the time. It was actually my New Year's resolution to stop smoking weed this year, and then I didn't do it because I was doing it for other people. Other people were concerned with my weed use, and I realized that all of those people have one thing in common, which is that they all need to mind their own fucking business. Thank you, bestie. Yeah, I did quit vaping this year, which is such an accomplishment, okay? Vaping is all of the sexiness of smoking with none of the long-term research. It's so great, it's so addicting, you can just do it wherever, you know? It's like you could just, in a building, just let it out like a tiny fart. No one would know. How would they know? Blame that guy. But like, weed is even more addicting. Like, because it just helps with so many things. And there's so much research out there that shows that weed does help alleviate negative symptoms associated with the addiction of weed. So I smoke it, you know? And no one takes that shit seriously anyways. If you go to a drug rehabilitation center, like, oh, I'm addicted to weed. A place where there's people on heroin, coke, they'd be like, weed? That's our goal. What are you doing? You know? No one dies from weed. Weed isn't serious. People lose loved ones to heroin, cocaine, fentanyl. If you lose a loved one to weed, it's probably at a Stewart's. Or a Wawa, I don't know. We're not going anywhere. Apparently that's a problem. No. I was being bullied recently by comedians. Yeah, that was hard because they were funny. They were very funny. They told me I look dustier than a terrorist. Terrorists live in dust, okay? They said I act like an immigrant. What does that mean? Also, I made all of that up. Everything they said was so much worse. I know. No, they started body shaming me. Okay, these are comics, okay? They called me fat. I'm 5'7", 130 pounds, okay? There's nothing wrong with being fat. I don't qualify. But when they said that, I got defensive. I was like, you think I'm fat? You think I'm fat? I'm gonna show you fat. I'm gonna show you fat. So I gained weight. Yeah, it turns out that's not a revenge body. But people are stupid, you know? It's mostly dudes. One of the people who commented on my body was a 5'2" man. Yeah, when I heard him, I was like, wait, what's that noise? Couldn't quite register. It's like always dudes too, like dudes see women like cars. Like they just objectify us like cars. There's no car is better than another car. They're all different and special in their unique way. Like, they give cars she, her pronouns, too, right? They're like, look at the body on that thing. I wonder how many miles she's got on her. I feel like if I were a car, I would be a project car. Waste of money. But the engine works, so. I did this on a mic, and this comic was like, oh, you'd be a Tesla, you're cool, you'd be like a Tesla. And I'm like, all right, I guess. Because in the wise words of Doja Cat, the trunk is in the front. You know? Oh, man. You guys want to hear about how I lost my virginity? That was a resounding no. All right. I guess I won't tell you. Now I'm like, okay, I gotta tell you. All right, well, first of all, I have to say I'm celibate for 3 years. 3 years celibate, which is quite an accomplishment, okay? So don't take this personally. But 11 years ago, it was Halloween weekend. I was a cat on a Thursday. He was a construction worker. It's a real Bob the Builder type of situation. Honestly, probably the only time a cat call has ever worked. We fucked, it was great, it was awesome. Next morning, I couldn't find my phone. I was like, I can't find my phone, you need to leave. He was like, I can't find my t-shirt. I was like, you just need to go. So he left without a t-shirt, just with his construction vest on. And then I found my phone, and then I found his t-shirt. And then I would wear his shirt and walk around telling everyone, I lost my virginity and all I got was this t-shirt. Yeah, but 3 years celibate now. Oh, you ladies are totally judging me. How are you doing?
Judging anybody.
No, I love it. What city are you guys from? What city around here are you guys from? OT. Are you guys, what? Where is that?
Long ways that way.
Otigo and Skinibus. Have you guys heard of these places? Whoa, okay, that's awesome. How far of a drive is it? 45 minutes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, an hour. She's very uncomfortable. How do you guys know each other? Oh, they fuck. We're besties. I love it. I love it. Call me, guys. What about you two? What's going on over here? Yes. No.
From Latham, from 15 minutes away.
Okay, nice. Nice. Interesting. You're a little intimidating. Yes, you are. What's your name? Jeff? Okay.
Must be the bald
You're also wearing a chain. Or, yes. It's also.
My apologies.
No, it's all good. That's an exemplary white man right there. Just apologize out of nowhere. How do you guys? Are you guys married?
No.
How do you guys know each other? Okay. And what's going on? It's a conversation they haven't had yet. You guys should talk to these two. They have a healthy relationship, okay? I love this. Now, the two other tables are avoiding eye contact. I won't bother you guys. I'm so excited for you. You guys have a great show lined up, and I know you're gonna have a great time. I'm very excited for you. After me is a headliner, so before I bring her up, I do want to remind you guys, please have drinks, tip your servers well, and when the show ends, please exit through that way. And now, you have seen her on Netflix and on social media. Are you ready for a headliner? Yes, keep that